Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about something that's really shaking up the world of TV distribution. For years and years, satellites have been the go-to, but let's be honest, they come with huge costs and a lot of headaches. We're going to explore a much smarter, more flexible alternative that uses something we all have, a simple internet connection.
So let me just ask you this straight up. Does this whole situation feel familiar? Are you dealing with a distribution system that costs a fortune to run, gives you zero flexibility, and is just way too complicated to manage? If you're sitting there nodding along, well, you are definitely not alone. It's a huge pain point for so many people stuck with those traditional methods.
Let's really put this side by side. It's like a tale of two completely different worlds. In one corner, you've got the old way, satellite, and its reputation precedes it, right? High costs, inflexible contracts, and a really complex setup. But in the other corner, you have distribution over the internet. And the difference is just night and day. It's designed from the ground up to be low cost, super flexible, and incredibly simple. This is the choice we're talking about today.
Okay, so if the problem is cost and complexity, what's the answer? Well, that's where Amon comes into the picture. It's a technology from Three-Way Solutions, and it was created specifically to harness the power of the internet to solve those exact problems we just talked about.
Honestly, if there is one thing you take away from all this, let it be this quote. It just cuts right through the noise. TV distribution without satellite costs. It's a really bold promise, and it's the absolute core idea behind this whole system, giving you professional broadcast-grade results without that eye-watering professional-grade price tag.
So the big question is, how does it actually pull this off? You might think the tech behind it is super complicated, but the process itself is surprisingly simple. Let's walk through the 3 basic steps your TV signal takes on its journey through the AM1 system.
All right, first up, encode. Think of this like packing your signal up securely in a box, getting it all ready to be sent over the internet. Step 2, orchestrate. This is like the mission control center. It's a central hub where all your different video streams are managed. And finally, step 3, decode. This is where the box gets unpacked at its destination and the content comes out looking perfect, ready to be shown to the world no matter where that is.
Now let's zoom in on that second step, because this concept of the orchestrator is really the heart of the whole thing. The best way to think about it is as the cloud-based brain of the entire operation. It's what gives you one single place, one dashboard to manage and control every single reception point you have. It's total control, all from one spot.
Okay, so a central brain sounds great, but what does that actually let you do? I mean, a cool concept is one thing, but the tools you get to use are what really matter. So let's look at the key features that put all that power and simplicity right at your fingertips.
First, let's talk about picture quality. The system encodes your signal in beautiful full HD, using really efficient standards to keep the file sizes small. But here's the really clever part. It actually creates multiple versions, or profiles, of your stream at different quality levels. Why? Because it can automatically adapt to the internet speed at the receiving end. So even if someone's on a basic home connection, the system just sends a slightly smaller version to ensure the picture stays smooth and stable. Plus, it plays nicely with all the standard protocols, so it's easy to integrate.
And how do you manage all of this technical wizardry? The answer is 100% through your web browser. That's it. No special software you have to install, no annoying plugins to keep updated. If you can get on the internet, you have complete command over your entire network. It's that simple.
This web-based control makes managing everything remotely a breeze. You can log in, get a live preview, and tweak whatever you need to from anywhere. But here's where it gets really interesting. This also unlocks some amazing ways to make money, especially with a feature called digital splicing. This lets you seamlessly insert different ads for different regions. So you could be showing a car dealership ad in one city and a local restaurant ad in another, all from the same signal. That's a huge opportunity to create brand new revenue streams.
Of course, none of this matters if the system isn't secure and reliable. And Amon has you covered. Every single stream is encrypted. You have total control over user permissions, so you decide exactly who gets to see and do what. And what if a location completely loses its internet connection? No problem. The decoder on site can automatically switch to a backup emergency playlist you've already loaded. The whole thing is engineered for rock-solid 24/7 uptime.
So, we've talked about the how and the what, but now let's get to the who. Who is actually using this technology? Let's look at some of the real-world applications and the types of organizations that are getting the most out of it. This chart gives us a really clear picture. You can see broadcasters and regional TV channels are huge users. They use it to send their signal out to all their smaller transmitter stations, and they love that digital splicing feature for putting in those hyperlocal ads. Then you have corporate networks, using it to broadcast internal company-wide meetings or trainings to all their offices. Government and judicial bodies use it to distribute things like parliamentary sessions. And of course, religious organizations use it to share their services and messages with congregations all over the world.
And that brings us right back to where we started. We've seen how a simple three-step process, all managed from the cloud, delivers incredible quality, top-notch security, and even new ways to make money. It all comes back to that one powerful, simple promise: getting everything you need for professional broadcasting without the massive expense and rigidness of satellite.
So really, it all boils down to one final question for you. When you look at the costs, the complexity, and the limitations of the old way, and you compare that to the simplicity, the flexibility, and the power of a solution like this, are you ready to modernize your distribution? Thanks so much for joining me.